Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Nate, the disciple. All right. So today we going back into it. This gonna be part six. Let me go ahead and put this up here. Part six. Part six of my college football journey with God of Israel. All right. So yeah, man, this is this is a very important part of my whole journey because, as you know, God is teaching us as we on our journey. So He installed in me a lot of things in this journey was a lot of strength that he taught me, a lot of controlling my flesh, a lot of controlling my anger, controlling um learning how to use everything that he taught me during football season and everything he taught me during football to use it in real life. So this is it. This is like God was like, this is your strength. This is what I've been teaching you. Now I need you to use it. All right. So man, this part of my college football journey is like it's a wild timing, and it was crazy because like spiritually, bro, the enemy was he was trying to get me, bro. He was trying to get me to fall into that he was trying to get me to fall into a pit, right? And this is what King David talk about a lot. Whenever you read King David, all right. King David talk about this, and he talk about his enemies. Now, I believe that when he talk about enemies, he talking about enemies of the spiritual world, including Saul, but he's talking about spiritual, bro. He ain't just talking about physical people. You know what I'm saying? He talking about spirits too. Um, and that's important for us to realize this when you read the Old Testament and then you read the New Testament and Jesus Christ telling us, he's trying to show us about spirituality and telling us about spirituality, then you see like Job, like he was going through all of this spiritual stuff, being attacked by demons and all of this stuff. Like this is inside the Old Testament, God talk about spirits. He talk about the spirit of jealousy. He talk about the familiar spirits. He talk about wizards. He talk about in enchantments, all of this stuff. All this stuff is witchcraft. All this stuff is like demonic, bro. So God talk about this stuff in the Bible. Guys, please read the Bible. Please read the Bible. Whatever you're doing right now, stop doing what you're doing. Stop this video and go read the Bible right now, please. Because this is the whole point of this, guys. All right, get into the Bible. All right. And I don't know what you've been through inside your life, but I'm telling you, everything that you've been through, I don't care how bad it is, bro. I don't care how bad it is. It is for a reason, bro. Ask God for your God-given purpose in this world, please. All right. All right. So let's go. Let's go ahead and go into it. So Lindenwood, I went to Lindenwood Belleville. That's a NAIA. I already told y'all about, I could have went a lot of ways. I chose not to get stuck into all of this depth. All right. And another reason why I did that because my older brother, he got caught into a lot of depth inside these schools, and because these schools you get caught up 50,000 to 100K plus easy, right? And and especially being a walk on, if you was to walk on, like just imagine if it don't go your way. Just imagine if that's not your God given purpose. Like I would have been like God protected me from that too. Like he know that wasn't my God given purpose. So why would he stick me with 100 plus K? You know what I'm saying? Even though only God could fix, he could fix all things, but what's the whole point of doing that, right? So it's important to follow God and make sure like knowing it now. It's important to follow God and knowing just knowing when things is done inside your life, you just gotta know. Like I just knew, like, bro, it's NAIA. I ain't go D1, bro. Like if God wanted me to go D1, that's how I look at it. Like I really like talk to him. Like if God wanted me to go D1, then like I would have went D1. This is definitely not. This ain't. It's something else. So I always knew that it was music, though. I promise you. But um, I just knew like football was just pretty much done with it, and everybody was just trying to keep me to like keep on going and keep playing football. Um, um, but you got to understand, football is worldly. But and it's politics. I'll have to go into. I have to be somebody I'm not. So that's basically what I feel like God was trying to get me to do. And like I was going through so much spiritual warfare with that team. Like, bro, I was obviously the best running back there, bro. Like, it's crazy. And I was they wanted me like the spirits like spirits work through people. Like I could see them spirits. There was a lot of hate and jealousy because they, you know what I'm saying. Um, uh, I did have like a big head about it. Like I knew I was like, you know what I'm saying, the best player on this team. You know, it's like a D1 player going to an NAIA, bro. Like literally, it was just that crazy, right? And of course, like the other running backs was like, you know what I'm saying, jealous, but it was really the spirits. That's what it was, the spirits, bro. I seen it spiritually. All right, and um that's when it started. It started there at Lindenwood, bro. And I seen like the spirits, and I didn't really know what it was. I thinking it's them, but it really ain't them. It's their actual spirit. All right, and it was a lot of jealousy, a lot of hating. That's just demons. That's how like when you when you become spiritual, you're gonna see demons. You're gonna hear these demons hating on you, plotting on you, trying to stop your blessings. All right, and they gonna try to stop your blessings. They gonna hate on you. You gonna hear voices. All these demons. They ain't doing nothing but just trying to stop your blessings and hate on you. And every time you do something positive, every time God blesses you with something, they hating on it, right? And you will start to realize that that's another reason why we hate demons for real. Shout out to the Christians that's out here really fighting demons, and they breaking jinn curses and breaking soul ties and breaking all of these negative things that the enemy has tried to place on us, and we are out here fighting it and breaking them. All right, so yeah, man. So that team was a lot of spiritual warfare going on, and it wasn't like I couldn't have dealt with it because I've been dealing with it. I was dealing with them same type of spirits inside Saddleback too. So it was, and these spirits was just trying to get me to be somebody that I'm not. Let me tell you what they was trying to do. I know exactly what they was trying to do. They was trying to make me be like this boastful player, like talk back, talk smack, score, and like yeah, all this extra stuff. I was just so humble, so meekness, so knowing that I have like I'm the best player. Like I was confident. I was confident with everything that I was. You got to remember, like bro, I look like a D1 player. I didn't just like act like one. I look like one, and I also act like a man of God. Like I was humble. I was meekness. Like I didn't need to do all that. It was like I already knew that I was the best player on earth. So I still felt like I didn't have to say much. And then but when I had left, I told him, I was like, bro, it's either you gonna tell me I'm gonna start right now, or I ain't playing, because you gotta understand, bro. It's like politics. It's like, bro, it's like I felt them demons, and just cause like you got these other running backs that was not good at all. Like, bro, like it was like I could just feel politics because he being here, he probably a senior. Like you gonna start him even though I'm obviously the best player and I score almost every play. And like now like what they wanted me to do is be everything that's against the fruit of the spirit, bro, is being prideful. God hate all that. God hate boastful, prideful, all of this stuff, knowing feeling like that way, and like being loud and obnoxious and all of this other stuff. I rebuke all evil with the blood of Jesus Christ. Send them straight to that lake. Uh, if I, yeah. So, yeah, man. So, like they wanted me to be this player that I had grew out of a long time ago. Like I grew out of that like freshman year in like high school, bro. Like I grew out of that freshman year in high school because my coaches had to literally tell me, like, bro, you need to stop. You need to stop doing that because you got to remember you are a team, and the people that's blocking for you, they are blocking for you. Y'all, we are a team. We are working together. You need to start speaking positively instead of just like be like, bro, y'all need to do better and all this. All that. I used to really go crazy like that, and then I changed it, and then that had to be God doing that because that changed my whole way that I thought about the whole way that I approach football and playing football, and then like ever since then I just made sure like I tried to make sure I went through a lot of spiritual warfare then too, but that led all the way into like just making sure like I know how I'm ready, I'm physically ready, mentally ready, and everything that I need to do to play football, and that spiritual warfare was crazy during football season. I was already, to be honest with you, I was already done with football, bro. I was done. Like I didn't go D1, so I was really over with the football thing, and I had only went to Lindenwood Belleville, and I only went to Lindenwood Belleville only because it was close to home, and then my daughter, that was like the number one thing at that time. My daughter Camille, like the whole point was to get a scholarship close to home after I left Saddleback, and and that probably could have happened if I would have stayed, but it wasn't meant for me to do all of that. So that also probably was a test that God did inside the spiritual world to see if a chosen one could have had made it that far, and like I'm telling you, because the spiritual moments I had at that college, bro, is trying to see how far can you make it inside, you know what I'm saying, being chosen as a man of God inside this worldly world of football. All right, so yeah, man, so really was over with playing football. I didn't go D1. I wanted to be a father. That was my main goal. And just because I didn't go D1, I was like, I'm gonna definitely be a father. And if I decide to play football, at least I'm gonna be right here where KK at, and I could be a father to her. I could be here for her. I could see her, spend time with her. All right. And because you gotta remember, I think I missed like a year already, and that hurt. So it was a tough time. That's a strength God gave me just to not even be there, because He know how His chosen ones love their children, and He blesses us with children at certain times for certain reasons. So I'm just praying. Yeah, I'm praying for you too. All right, so. I had ended up leaving school. The daughter of the mother of my daughter, came to me and said she needed help, blah blah blah. Now I could have stayed at school, right? But I didn't. Like I said, I was really over it anyway. I was over the football stuff, and I knew I could have just dealt with all of that stuff and still started and did all that, and then it probably it probably still would have went bad. It wasn't meant for a chosen one that's worldly. I don't know. I don't understand the whole chosen thing. Like I could have been unknowingly. I think I was going through so much so fast. So like right now, I see chosen ones, right, that are playing football, right, and they don't have the knowledge and wisdom of God and Jesus Christ. Let's say Travis Hunter. I'm just giving an example. Let's say he don't have the knowledge and wisdom of God and Jesus Christ, and he's going through spiritual warfare right now. Now it's easy for the enemy to attack when you don't know, and God can't fault you for not knowing. Now when you have the wisdom and knowledge of God in Jesus Christ, and you go against it, then that's when you know better for real. All right, so it ain't no going back. Like for one, when you get a taste of the Holy Spirit, you get a taste of the light of God Jesus Christ, you would never go back. I don't care who you is. Like like that's how I know my exes, bro. Like if they drawn to light, if they was drawn to my light, they ain't going back. They ain't going back to that darkness. As soon as they get the light, as soon as they get the knowledge of wisdom, they ain't going back, bro. They ain't going back. As soon as you get a taste of the light, bro, it never go back, bro. Um, and that's known inside the spiritual world. They know that, bro. So that's why I feel like the people that are inside my life, that was in my life, like if they was there for a reason. All right. So um, yeah, I wanted to be a father. That was very, very important, man. And I love being a dad, bro. Like, man, that's like one of the best feelings ever, bro. And my father had to give me strength with that to like be able to like put that aside for a minute and call me and get to my God given purpose, and it's all gonna be worth it, man. And I'm just glad that God had chosen me and He had blessed me to be the man that I am today. All right, and left school, I moved in with her in a KK, and it was spiritual warfare. A lot of that spiritual warfare going on. Jezzy's wanted to be a great father, tried to deal with things that happened while I was away. I tried to deal with, like, I started, like, as soon as I got home, bro, I'm telling you, like, bro, as soon as I landed, bro, it was war. It was like warfare, bro. It was like they been waiting to, they been waiting. It's like the Spurs was waiting on me, bro. They couldn't wait to get me back to sin and get me back, you know what I'm saying, in this demonic city. St. Louis, demonic, bro. Like, super demonic, bro. And it's bad. That's another reason why I know God got me up out of there, because it's like, bro, that city's horrible. Demonically, it's the spirits over there is crazy, bro. All right, and the same thing with Dallas, and I realized that too. So, um, yeah, man. So spiritual warfare during this time was strong. I found out a lot of things, a lot of negative things that happened while I was in college, and um, I tried to deal with it. You know, I tried to deal with it because of KK, my daughter, right? And uh, I tried to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm strong. I'm strong. I could just like throw that away and just like continue to be a father, because that's what I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a great husband too, a great you know what I'm saying, my girl at the time, like I wanted to take that far, right? And I still was messing with like two women, but like at the same time, it was like I tried with that situation hard, bro. And I always felt like like it was like an argument happened. If we break up, then I'm like, all right, we broke up. I could talk to you and her. So I was talking to both of these women, dealing with two women at like the same time, and both of these women flew out there to Cali. Both of them. So um, I was dealing with the same women, and then that's not good. See, that's sin, right? So I came back and I started dealing with two women. Now we think that all right, so if I broke up with her, then I'm free to talk to her, but not knowing that that's a soul tie, and then the other girl is a soul tie. So both of these girls I have soul ties with, right? So these are not like it's not like, see, you have a worldly, this what I'm trying to tell y'all. You have a worldly term, then you have a spiritual term. Like a spiritual relationship with both of these women is way different. Is a spiritual term is soul ties. I have a soul tie with both of these women. Like they both are like my wives, basically, inside biblical terms and spiritual terms. All right, so it's important. We're gonna talk about this. Just give me some time to get all of this in order. But I'm gonna talk about spiritual terms and worldly terms, the difference. Now, inside this world, if I broke up with her, then I'm done with her. Then I could still talk to her, but I could talk to her too. I could talk to as many women as I want. That's the worldly term. Like it's okay to be lustful like this, right? But it's not inside the spiritual world, because God takes that serious, bro. Jesus Christ and God take that serious. They take these relationships serious, because when you have intercourse with these women we are connected as one. We are one flesh. We are a soul tie. You become one flesh. Now, in spiritual terms, that's powerful. That's strong. Now, in this worldly terms, it's just worldly. It's physical. It's something that looks upon like it's nothing. It's normal to do, but it's not a good thing spiritually. This world is spiritual, bro. It's important to know spirituality is everything. Spirituality is everything. This physical world is just we are here just for a moment of time. All right, we all here for a moment of time. We all here for our God given purpose. All right, and we only here. We can't live physically forever. We are spirits, bruh. Now you can have eternal life with Jesus Christ forever, or you could go to the other side and die and be gone, poof, vanish. You was never here. Like, why would anybody want that? That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, this world is spiritual. And the only key to eternal life spiritually is with God and Jesus Christ. All right? So choose wisely when you going through spiritual warfare. And then also think about the people that you leading after you, your daughter, your family, your everybody, your whole generations. Like, that's why it's so important for these generational curses to be broken. And before I move on to the next step, I just want to say this. These women, right? You got to understand the demons that I have, the family demons that I have are pushed off on them, and their family demons that they have are pushed off on me. So it's like when you create a soul tie, these women, these Jezzies, they have a bunch of demons as well, just like I got a bunch of demons. So like this stuff that I'm talking about, they probably been through it because our soul tie. And so I just want to make that known. And then their demons that they're fighting through, or I probably fought them all. It's like this demon stuff. I stump on demons. All right, so yeah, man. So it's important. It's very, very important for us to know that, like, we transfer demons and generational curses and spells and all of this stuff, bro. Like that's very important to know. All right, being attacked spiritually, found out a lot of things that was going on while I was in college. All right, and then I had went when I had came back. When I had moved in with her, I went to Flow. I went to Flow Valley to be a firefighter, just like I was telling y'all. Like when I was in Saddleback, when I was at Saddleback, I had God was see this how you know how God works, bro. Bro, like I had put out that fire at Saddleback College, and then I ended up becoming trying to be a firefighter. That was God leading me to my next step, like. And if I ain't mistaken, that was one of the reasons why I had wanted to be a firefighter. So it was like God was already leading me to be a firefighter, bro. It was crazy. He was telling me early beforehand. So I had tried to be a firefighter. I went to school. I had to go to the EMT class first. If you don't know, you gotta go through all of this stuff to be a firefighter now. Unless you are firefighters or politics like a mug, bro. If you could pretty much only get in there if you got a father that was in there, or a family member that's willing to pass down the job to you. So it's tough getting inside the firefighter to be a firefighter unless you got all of the schooling, like. So it's important to know that. FedEx part time. I was working at FedEx part time, and got laid off. I got laid off at FedEx, and that ended up being a blessing later on, because I was gonna have to quit, because I was if I'm mistaken, I was gonna have to quit FedEx, because this is the crazy thing. Let me tell you how it happened. So I left school. I left Lindenwood Belleville, and then they threw that job at me, the FedEx job, and they also threw the Snooks job. The Snooks job I wasn't really worried about, but the FedEx, I was like, man, that's a tough, you know what I'm saying, thing to just let go. So I was thinking about going back to school, because the coach was like, bro, come back. He was calling me, bro. He was calling me, bro. I had like two coaches calling me. They was calling me, trying to get me to come back, right? And I almost did, but then I ended up getting that job at FedEx. This what the enemy would do. He'd give you that job at FedEx, and he'd throw stuff that'd be like, man, like my family get me away from being isolated. You know what I'm saying? All this, but it was all for a reason. Like God just let the player go along, and then all right. So I didn't go back to school. So I still didn't give up on the football 100%. Like and then I started to wish that I had did stayed in school, but it was still like I was pretty much done with it. But like I still, at that point, I just felt like I just wanted to keep playing football, because it was weird, like training that much and working that much, working out that much, and doing all of this and all of that. It was weird not doing that no more. So I ended up playing football again inside Texas. So we gonna get into that. And then after that, that was it. All right, so FedEx part time, and then I was working at Snooks part time. I had to make that call if I was gonna play football, or stay at home, raise my daughter, and work at FedEx. I was hoping to get full time at FedEx, and it was tough for me to do that. So I was going through spiritual warfare at that time. I was doing a lot of negative things with the people around me, and I broke out of all of that fast. So that's how I know the Holy Spirit was in me the whole time. And I never had a problem with breaking addictions at all. I never had a problem with that. That's how I know God is like. I know like when it's time for me to go cold turkey, I go cold turkey. Like no matter what it is, even with these judges I was dealing with, like, all right, I'm done with you. Like I don't play about that. Like I'm telling you, and they know that it's only one woman that I just. It was only one that just I don't understand why, but the rest of these women, bro, I just, like you mess up this bad, it's a wrap. Like this one, it was a wrap. It was a wrap when I had left that one. I ain't gonna lie. But that don't mean that it's spiritual, man. It's a lot of spiritual things going on, a lot of generational curses, a lot of things people need to break, and we need to be breaking these things before we get into our next relationship. You shouldn't be going into a for one, we need to know how to pick women. We need to know how to choose women. For one, a godly woman can only be given to him that feareth the Lord. All right, and a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So if you are wicked, if you are of sin, right, and if you are of sin, and you the enemy did it again. All right, let's just keep going. So FedEx part time dealing with multiple women. I got caught up. During that time too with both of them. And while I was in college, they fought. I was like, that was crazy. Uh, and then they came when I had came home. I was going through a lot of spiritual warfare. If one Jezzy was arguing, if I argued with her and we broke up, I'm with the next Jezzy. So it's just a lot of stupid stuff, bro. Like just stupid stuff, man. And it took a lot of strength for me to lead these jerseys. It took a lot of strength for me to lead these jerseys, bruh. And especially the one with my daughter, bro, because I wanted to be a father. That was very, very important. And this type of strength, right? This type of strength came from God. These lessons and strength that happened during this time, the spiritual warfare time, it came from God, bro. It came from God. That was God teaching me how to be strong, how to control my anger, how to not spaz out. And I did, man. I did good, bro. And uh, I think I was looking for a reason to leave St. Louis, but I wanted to leave St. Louis anyway because like when you go to California, right? When you go to California and you go back home, you be like, I left that for this. Like it just gets so depressing, bro. The whole city is demonic, depression. Them type of spirits is running through St. Louis. It's so many negative demonic spirits running through St. Louis. It's just crazy, bro. All right, so that's very important too, man. When you see something like that, and then you go back home to this demonic city, bro, and that's just me not knowing the spiritual of what is going on. It's just the worldly part of it too, even spiritually and worldly. So like I'm in California. I see all of this beautiful land, the sun, everything looks good. The people was super cool, and everything was like, bro. The homeless people was cool out there. Like everybody was like cool, bro. Um, and then you come back home to all this demonic and all this crazy stuff going on. And yeah, man. Even the judges, I'm pretty sure that was like them times are like highlights inside their lives. Uh, so let's get back to that. So me and the judges, I had to depart. depart from the Jerseys, and uh, I moved in with my mama, and then I left my mama house after all of this crazy stuff, and then I left all of that spiritual warfare and all of that. Tried and God isolated me. He isolated me, and he put me inside. I got an apartment in Saint Charles. My grandma got me this apartment for me, and I lived there, and I was isolated. It was just me and God, but I still didn't know. Like, he still didn't call me. He could have called me right then and there. That's how I know, bro. He could have called me right then and there, but he didn't call me right there. He did not call me right there. So, I was isolated. It was just me. I do want to talk about this lust, right? This is what the enemy uses against us so much. And I was dealing with more than one woman, right? So just imagine like all of that, like dealing with more than one woman, and you being used to the actual lust. And now I had to cut the jerseys off. I had to get two more women. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, and we think that this is normal, like this is what we should be doing, or like, nah. The girl that I was dealing with inside Texas, she was legit. She was cool. I think that could have been a woman of God right there, but God probably sent her. But the stripper, he didn't. The stripper I was dealing with, bro, he didn't send her. But I low key liked it, the stripper. I liked it, the stripper. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, judges could be saved, bro. Like, get your life to Christ. I'm almost about to play this song, bro. Let's just do it. I'm just gonna play just the I'm just gonna play just that part, because that's one of my favorite parts of that. Because, man, judges can be saved, bro. God, y'all giving purpose. Judges can be saved. All right. God talking like this beat dropped in perfect timing. All the scriptures. Wait till you read, y'all. All right. So that's just important. That's just important that all these women can be saved. Give your life to Yahweh, please. Man, surrender. Because the enemy just gonna have you running crazy, depression, all of this stuff you give to Yahweh. Alright? All of this stuff you give to God, so you don't gotta be stressing like this, alright? Y'all too beautiful to even be stressing like that, bro, man. I only need one wife. That's all I need, bro. Just one wife. Look, hold on. Let me get back to the West Coast. All right, look. So I was upset from situations that happened with the people around me. I was going through spiritual warfare. That's what it was. It was all spiritual warfare. So it was all about demons, them being controlled by demons, and I was controlled by demons too. I don't really know how that happened, but the Holy Spirit always been with me. But I don't get how. Like, I just don't get it. But all things are not for me to understand. All right, so yeah. So spiritual warfare. It's a lot of spiritual warfare. If you are in sin and you live in a life of sin, you can be possessed by demons. Every single drug is here. The enemy created it so his demons can have possession over you, and he can control this world the way that he want to control this world. That's very, 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 very important to know. All right. So let's stop letting these demons control us. Give your life to Christ and fight off these demons, fight off these generational demons. Because a lot of these demons that we go through has been passed on from generation to generation to generation. All right. I needed a full-time job. So I needed a full-time job. So I was looking for full-time work. And when I was alone, I was working at a temp service. And I kept on getting fired. Like, I was getting good jobs. I was making like between 10 and like $15, and because I know how to drive a forklift, so I know how to work a forklift. So I was really good at forklifting, and God blessed me with that, right? So I was working at FedEx when I had learned that. So God blessed me with that, and that just that forklifting experience could, like, bro, you could have a decent job with that, all right? And so that forklift experience was good, and that lasted all the way into Texas. So like when I got to Texas, like I was driving forklifts there too, and man, I had a lot of women, bro. That's a lot of women, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. So I gotta say three women. Three women. Like, and we think that this is cool. This is not cool. I'm not glorifying this at all. I'm just telling y'all, because I'm not the only one that deal with three women, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people have babies by 10 women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say I'm better than them or blah blah blah. But I'm just saying this is a normal thing inside St. Louis. Like, and it's a normal thing inside this world as well. And we need to stop this, because this is lust. This is lust. This is a tactic. This is a spirit that the enemy uses against us. And by me having two women, and I had to cut them off, I had to get two more women, and then I had to add another one. So it was like three women is a lot, bro. So I used to straight drive to I had this girl in Texas. I used to drive from St. Louis to Texas on the weekends to go be with her, and then I used to drive back. So I used to go like 20 hours there and back to mess with her, then come back. That's crazy. That's like, you want to talk about lust, bro? That's lust, bro. And like not knowing, you know what I'm saying? Like not knowing. I know that I told my dad that. He was like, "Nigga, you do." Bro, he was like, "Nigga, I didn't even know you was here." Bro, these jerseys, bro. Hey, so man, that lust is serious, bro. That lust is serious. Bro. You really need to that's one thing that the enemy will use against us, bro. Facts. Women. He been using women since the beginning of time, bro. Since the beginning of the sin. Man, I made the song about that. I ain't gonna show you that one. But that song hard too. Alright, the weekend, I was driving to Texas, yeah, I messed with her. Alright, so then I had I left Texas to I left St. Louis to move to Texas. So I moved from St. Louis to Texas, and my dad got me a spot inside Texas. So that's going to be the next phase of my life. This was a very, very, very important video, man. So just know that no matter what you're going through spiritually, whatever you've been through with your family, I don't care what it is, bro. It's a God-given purpose. It's strength in there. Control how you handle that situation. Control how you handle every situation. Try to handle every situation with the fruit of the Spirit. All right, love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, meekness, everything that's holy and righteous. try to handle it that way. Now, I was in the, like it was I handled it the correct way, right? But I was scared that I was gonna crash out too. Like I was scared. Like it was very important for me to get out of St. Louis, and I'm pretty sure God didn't want me to go back. You know, uh, he was like, "Man, forget these St. Louis women. I need to talk to that girl I got inside Texas, and I should have just talked to that. I probably should have just talked to her for real. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm kind of upset that because like, man, it's too late. She gone, bro. All right, but yeah, man. God was seeing you women. He's seeing women too. A good woman that you could actually grow with and grow spiritually with. And I feel like that could have happened. And I feel like her situation dealing with me, like me being in sin, destroyed her too. You know, and the enemy got to her that way. Yeah, man. So that was a good woman though, and yeah, man. So be cautious of that. Like God will still send you a good woman that you could actually grow with, a woman that's gonna be willing to grow spiritually with you, even at a point where you don't know all of this knowledge and wisdom that I'm giving you. All right, and knowledge and wisdom that God is trying to spread. Even though you don't know it, He could send a match to you to the point where you both can do this together as one. All right, and when you ask God if is this your wife, He gonna show you. All right, so um, yeah, man, this is part 6, my college football journey with God of Israel, man. This a lot of lessons and a lot of lessons and a lot of strength that I had to be taught, and it God had taught me this to like go through this, and I made it out. All right, God bless y'all.